Welcome back. Smell Good Fragrances. It's me, Sean, your lovely little host. Today, it's gonna be a busy video. Why? It's a lot to cover in one little box. And that box today is Navitus Parfums Discovery Set. If anybody watches the Red Adolescence channel, which if you're watching my channel, $10 says you know exactly who I'm talking about. Steven over there, he's kind of like the really mousy, quiet guy. He has a very good nose. And sometimes he just seems so nice you just want to jack slap the shit out of him. Because no one can be that nice all the time, right? But anyway, we're not here to talk about Steven. Personally, I love his channel. I watch it all the time. I watch almost every single one of his videos. I love it when he does stuff with Carlos. Got a confession to make. Carlos of a Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I love that guy. I love to go and just hang out with that dude for a couple hours just because I think he's hilarious. And I think he'd just be a riot to be around. And if he's hanging around with Steven has to be fun too. Because I can't imagine Carlos like not hanging around with somebody who's not ridiculous, right? So this Discovery set right here, Navitus was selling it for $50. And it comes with the whole line because Steven's a lunatic. He couldn't release one. No, he had to release 7 fragrances. And it's even boxed up nice. It's made of very hard cardboard. It's super rugged. I love that everything corresponds with it. The juice is so friggin' good. But what I really love, and I think he should do this. Steven, if you listen to this, you totally should do it. Take all 7 and mix them together and make one that's just called Navitus Red Adolescence. Because the inside smell of this box when you open it is phenomenal. And it's because you can smell all of these together. That would be my favorite scent. Put all of this into one. And I might do it just to be a jackass when I'm done with this. Because for me, I mean, these little bottles, they're not very much, and some of them didn't even come full. I mean, look at that. I haven't even sprayed it yet. It's almost half gone. I mean, and then you can pick up another one that's like, you know, got a ton more in it. And then the dankest one, all right? And it's because I have a hard time with oud. I like oud, but I don't like really animal. I don't like the dark oud. But they made sure they filled that one up. But still, you know, you're getting very good presentation. I will say before I get started on the notes of these things, these are all 100% top quality. I know people are looking at like the price, okay? We can knock the price out right quick and just get this over with. Everybody bitched because Jeremy Fragrance was charging $200 or $180 a bottle for his fragrance. We all got it. We understand. Okay. That's a little stiff, right? It's more like a $120 bottle. You get these, they smell very good. They're also super challenging. A lot of them in here are very challenging. They smell good, but your average connoisseur of perfumes and colognes is not going to wear most of these because they're not exactly the kind where you walk by something and go, oh my God, ah. You know, it takes somebody who really appreciates good scents, someone who gets it. You know, there is a couple though that are fantastic. I have one that I will be saving to buy a bottle of because I love it. I don't just love it a little bit. I'm gonna be legit bummed when that sample is gone. I got to smell these. My buddy got his Discovery set a week before I got mine, so I got to smell all these already. But I will spray them today. And we'll talk about what I get from these. All right. So I'm gonna put this down here because juggling this and trying to spray, let's face it, you've all watched my videos, you know I'm not that talented. All right. So the first one in the line is Nabus. I'm with Cuba now when I say I can't pronounce shit when they do these. It's all about being fucking fancy. Whew. Great sprayer on that, man. It's like, it's a blast off. Oh, it's refreshing. It bounces right out. You're going to love it. If you're the type that likes citrusy, right to the front. Fragrances, it's fantastic. You know, you got that punch of bergamot, and then you got a bunch of citruses, so I imagine a little bit of orange, grapefruit, lemon getting in there. And you got that pepper. The pepper is perfect. I really love that pepper. That pepper note is added perfect. And usually pepper in an opening note isn't really all that great, but this is slaying it. Then as it, you know, gotta remember where the spot was on my skin. I sprayed them all over the place. And you get that amber creeps in. You get a little bit of flowers, but the flowers aren't pungent. They're kind of like a really good addition. And then it dries down. You get a very musky, cedar, very woodsy kind of base that stays. And this is a beast, by the way. Beast. My buddy loves this one. It's his favorite. He loves Navitus. He loves it. And he's got like another, I think he said like another $72 to save to get the bottle. And he loves it. Like, he's like, this is the best that's ever been made. And it's very good. But I'm not really the citrus guy, but I would wear this in a half a heartbeat. All right, so the next one we come to is Intimus. Oh, such a good smell. Chicks will love this one. I was going to say, they will go crazy. She got, again, bergamot. You're going to see there's a lot of bergamot in Steven's fragrances, or in Navitus fragrances. But that opening in Intimus is so good. It smells fruity, slightly peppery. You get that bergamot in there that just kind of takes the syrupy sweetness out of it, if that makes any kind of sense. And it comes right into a nice sweet amber. And a little bit of floral notes, maybe lily of the valley, which I don't really know as much of a difference between lily of the valley. Fancier name, maybe. And then that dry down is where the magic happens for this fragrance. Oh, so good. The woody notes, the oak moss and the patchouli, it just sits so good. And it's fantastic. Great fragrance. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. It's number 3. There's only 3 I would actually buy. And this is one of them. Intimus, great. Chicks will dig it. It's friendly. It's inviting. It smells perfect. I like to smell it myself. I don't know what that says about me, but... All right. And we got Primus or Primus. These fancy names. Which, by the way, just so you know, Intimus is bitch bait worthy. Now we get into that where I started to tell you about he gets a little challenging. I remember now. Now that I got a sniff on that. Yeah, this is a lot darker. It's not every day you get woods in an opening note, but it smells like a cedar chest. Like when you open up a cedar chest, well, a little bit of a mango, grapefruity, maybe a touch of orange, tiny touch of lemon maybe. But it just, actually, you know what it smells like? It smells like you put some fresh oranges and some grapefruit and spilled a little bit of pledge, but not like in a cleaner way, like not the cleaning lemon smell. It's just phenomenal. And it settles down into some patchouli, a little bit of flowery notes, goes into a really smoky amber. Yeah, smoky amber is awesome. It's great. That is such a treat. Very good scent. Only problem I have with this scent is this one, oddly enough, didn't last a long time. But the other ones outperformed it, not by a little bit, but huge. All right. So next would be my favorite. I love this one. This I'm saving up for a bottle of. I will own Absoluto. I love it. It's so good. This right here, if you watch Steven's channel, you know, this to me, this is the one that Steven made for himself. When you smell it, it's so good. So good. This is 100% Ergamon. All right? No questions. So good. It's dumb good. Like, really. You'll see, probably within a couple months, I'll have a bottle of this. Like, legit. It's so good. Cinnamon, saffron, you get the almond notes, apple, toffee, caramel. And then as it dries down, that caramel kind of gets to be like a little bit of a dark caramel, mixing with chocolate and woods and musk, maybe a touch of patchouli in there. But it's just to die for, and it performs like a straight, legit beast. You will get 10, 12 hours out of this thing. Fantastic. It's just so good. So good, so good. My favorite, absolute though. Like, you'll see a review for a full bottle here eventually at some point. All right. Now we got Virtus, Vitrus. Again, more words. Like Kuba says. How the fuck can I pronounce all this shit? Love that guy. Kuba's my boy. Alright. This is another one that it teeters into the challenging, but yet it's a pleasant challenging. You know, you get that bergamot, which is kind of a running theme for Steven stuff. There's a lot of bergamot in this stuff. And such a great blend of nutmeg and saffron and cardamom. It's just a very mysteriously dark opening. It has a little touch of sweetness to it. And as it goes into the middle, that honey, and then you get a different flavor of cinnamon. It's not kind of the same as as you get in the other fragrances. The cinnamon's a little different. It's almost like the cinnamon like you'd put on toast. If you're in the Northeast, we do butter and then you mix sugar and cinnamon together and put it on your toast. It's kind of that type of thing. Honey, mango, fig milk to be exact if you look at the breakdown, but it's got this beautiful fig to it, and it keeps it dark and mysterious. And it comes into patchouli, tobacco, vanilla, benzoin resins, and some other batch of woods. I imagine every wood in the thing is in this. It's really good. If you like your woody fragrances, home run, son. Home run. It's very good. All right, the last two fragrances, these are what I call the toughies. These are the fragrances that are for the guys and ladies who really enjoy fragrances. This is not for your person who's like, Dior Sauvage is life. You will not enjoy these. I promise you. Just escape yourself. These are something you have to really enjoy. And I will say, out of these two, one of them is my number 2 favorite out of this whole set, which is strange because I'm not a big fan of oud. The other one, wouldn't wear it if my life depended on it. But that's my nose. Never trust mine, go with yours. So we're going to go with the one that I do like, and that's Oud Imperium. It is so good. Oh, the smell is just so good. I love it. It opens up with a really crisp lemon, like when you squeeze a lemon into water to make lemonade. Just that, it's so nice and vibrant, like a real fresh lemon. And you get a little bit of lavender and some extra sweetness. If you look at the note breakdown, it says there's apple in there. That's probably where the sweetness is coming from, is from the apple. But that opening does not stick around long, and the mid sticks around even shorter. This thing transitions to the dry down fast, but the dry down stays with you forever. Get a green scrub it all pad and get this shit off you, because this stuff stays. It's nuclear out of control. So the mid, you get the vanilla and the floral notes, tiny bit of woods in there, a little bit, maybe like some sandalwood or some cedarwood maybe. Tiny bit. It tries to get creamy, but then it doesn't. It stops, goes right to the dry down where you get a really strong oud. And it is strong. It is bam! Knock your teeth down the back of your throat strong. But then that amber and tonka comes in and kind of takes where you'd go, I couldn't wear this if I wanted to. It saves it. And then you add some more, cedarwood and oak moss and stuff like that. Very earthy smells to go with that oud, which is already a very earthy animalic. Some would say nasty smell. I think if oud's used right, I mean, if you look behind me over here, I have oud fragrances that are up there. Do I have a lot of them? No, because I am not a fan of oud. But I will say oud Imperium, oh man. So good. It's good. Very, it almost has like a leathery smell to it, but it doesn't say there's any leather notes in there whatsoever if you look at the breakdown. But I say everybody's nose is weird, right? Mine's not an exception to the rule. So if anything, I'm an idiot. And here we go. The dank one. The dark one. The dark lord of the set. Oud Luxuria. This is a tough one. I really do not enjoy this. But it's a review. It's an honest review. I was very happy to smell them. I think that they nailed it with this set. I think dropping 7 fragrances out the gate is ridiculous. Again, sprayer on these things is nuts. Oh my God, that's just so... You spray this on you, it'll be one of those ones. This is going to be a legendary one for Navitus. I will say that, because one spray of this is all you will need for all day. It is potent, and it is strong. Like, strong. It'll fuzz you up, you know what I'm saying? So, number one hated note in fragrances is rose. First thing to punch you in the face, rose. And then it gets backed up with this really, like, if you know a lot of old fragrances, you get that old leather smell. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, just get the Discovery set. It's $50, try it out. You get a little bit of cinnamon, and you get some mixed berry type stuff in there, some strawberries and blueberries and stuff kind of like all mixed in there. It's like a berry pie type thing. As that mid creeps in, that rose does not let go. It chokes you out. To me, the rose is what ruins it. The oud is great. Wherever they source the oud from and how they're using it, fantastic. But that rose just brings out the worst side of that oud, and it's just so friggin' potent. Yeah, it's just, I can't wear it. It's not for me. And then as it dries down, some incense comes in there with the oud. You get a little bit of amber, but not enough to really kind of sweeten it up. To me, it's just really dank. It's rough. For me, it's rough. Do I appreciate the work that was done in it? Absolutely. It really messes up my sinuses too. I didn't even spray that one on myself. I can't take enough showers today to get that off. I got to go to work. It's strong, like strong. It's going to be, when people talk about beast mode fragrances in 2020, when they do those at the end of the year, the best beast mode fragrances, I would not be shocked to see that in there because it's just nuclear. I don't know what the cost is for those little biscuits they put in urinals and stuff in restrooms to make it so it doesn't smell like piss and shit in a public restroom. But if it's cheaper to buy a bottle of Oud Luxuria, I'm pretty sure 2 sprays of that in a large bathroom and you won't smell. You could have 80 people deucing out the nastiest shits on the planet and you're not going to smell them. That stuff is just rugged. Like, rugged. Like, I had to throw it off to the side, that piece of paper I sprayed, because it's just strong. It's fucking up my room. And I don't like the smell. And it's because it's the way that oud mixes with the rose. So again, a Navitus Discovery set. All 7 fragrances. You can get it for $50 when they have it. I think they're out right now. I think. Because when I told somebody I had this, they were very excited to smell it. I really feel bad that I didn't get down to see my boy Jay, so he didn't get to smell it. But I will be saving these so Jay can try them. And it's just really good. And on the back, it has the breakdown of everything that's in it. It's really, the packaging is done fantastic. And like I said, I like to see all of them thrown into one. Because when you first open this thing up, that smell is, even if you just, smells so fucking good. So, Steven, you nailed it. Overall assessment. I always wanted to say that. And when I'm talking about Steven stuff, that's what I have to do. My overall assessment is most of these are fantastic. Crowd pleasing, not really. Probably the closest thing you'd get to crowd pleasing would be Intimus and maybe Navitus. My favorite one out of the whole bunch is Absoluto. I love that. I will be buying a bottle of that. You will see a review and you will see that proudly displayed up here on my shelves. I love that fragrance. It is so freaking good. And massive kudos to Steven for launching 7 fragrances, putting this together, getting the perfumers to put it together, did a great job. These are all super high quality. I'm going to even go as far as to say they've got to be very close to the 20% potency on them. They have to be. They all last with the exception of one, and I can't remember which one it was now, but I think it was Primus. I think it just doesn't last. Or it's Primus. I don't know. 7 fragrances. It's hard to remember all that shit. But Steven nailed it. Navitus fragrances. Can't really do anything better than that. They're great. If you're into fragrances, there is something in here for you. I say this is the best way to go. $50, you can try everything. Like I know from spending my $50, Oud Luxuria, no. No. Not for me. So I didn't make a mistake and go and buy all 7 bottles and have that bottle be pissed. Like, ugh. Because I do think they're, for a new brand, I think they're a little high. I think they should be around the $159. I'd be a lot happier paying $159 than $200. But at the same time, you can't deny the quality of these fragrances. They are top notch. And as far as I'm concerned, you can say what you want. You got designers up here that make fragrance stuff. You know, that's niche. That should feel really stupid. That they have all this power and backing behind them. Unlimited resources to come up with fragrances. And a guy who does YouTube videos does something that just makes them look dumb. And people always say, well, what about Jeremy Fragrance? I'm sorry. This outdoes Fragrance One. The 7 of them. Jeremy has 2 fragrances. And the 2 fragrances Jeremy has, I'm sorry, Date for Men was great. Okay, we can agree on that. Office for Men, wasn't really my thing. But 7 high quality fragrances. Gotta go with Steven. Price wise, I think what Jeremy's doing is a little smarter, and I think you'll see that as things kind of quiet down with Navitus, I think you'll see the prices drop. But the trick is anybody can say what they want to. When Jeremy dropped his price, the quality of the fragrance suffered. You do not get that nuclear performance out of it anymore. Hopefully, when Steven does drop his price, if he does, he'll be able to keep the same level of quality and performance and integrity behind his fragrance. Because this is worth it. All right? Again, my favorite is Absoluto. If I had to have 3, Absoluto, Oud Imperium, and Intimus. That'd be the 3 that I'd have. I will have a bottle of Absoluto because it's so good. I love it. Anyhow, sorry for the long video, but this is 7 fragrances we had to go over. I had cheat sheets and I had to smell 7 fucking fragrances. I had to try not to smell one of the 7. But you know what? I felt, even though I was going to pass it by and just tell people I don't like it, I think that doing a proper review is worthy of this. This deserves the attention from the community. It also should set a benchmark for these companies that are charging ignorant amount of money for bottles to step up their game, because this is probably higher quality than a lot of what's on that shelf. All right? It just is. Steven killed it. Congratulations, Stevens. I hope you have immense success with this. Please drop your price so us poor people can have a bottle of this shit. Later. Hit the subscribe button, man. It ain't gonna hurt you. And I'll catch you in the next video, which will be immensely shorter than this. 25 minutes is fucking ridiculous. But again, 7 fragrances. Well worth the $50 if they put these out again. Do it. $50, you'll get probably 5 wears out of each one. You know, and there's 7 of them, so it's 35 wears for $50. You can't beat it, you know. Granted, one of them's to me unwearable, but it might not be unwearable to you. You should definitely smell it. If anybody has smelled these and has a different opinion on any of the smells, like I didn't kind of explain them right, please leave it down in the comments so other people can read that and go, oh, well, maybe I will try that because Captain Fat Ass doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. It's possible. Our noses are all different. As always, put your own nose on it. Hit the subscribe channel. Share this around with your friends. Get it out there. Support the little guys, especially when they make awesome fragrances. With the exception of one. That's just my opinion. All right. Y'all be good. See you in the next video. Subscribe, motherfucker. Shit.